Central banks have led the charge. They are truly the lender of last resort. Nobody wanted to buy shares, which made it an excellent opportunity to ramp up the printing presses and buy them up. Every central bank does it. Norway's government pension fund is managed by the central bank, so you know it has unlimited money. Let's take a look at what they bought. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. I have a video for my friends in Norway, but also for everyone across the world. I'm sure this applies to your countries as well. We will look at this right away, looking at the website for Norway's own government pension, which is again managed by the central bank. You can see this information for yourself. They have an interactive map. I want to show you every single thing that they've been investing in. You can see that their market value development has actually declined in the first quarter of 2018. This is the first time this has happened since the fund was set up in 1998. So you're looking at a major stretch here, 20 years, and this is the first time this has happened. What have they been investing in exactly? That's what everyone has been asking here, and I'm going to show you. Changes in the market value, you can see that throughout 2017, they really had a big return, whereas in 2018, first quarter, not so good. All right. Asset allocation, they are heavily overweight in equities. This has been a major positive for them from 2009 up until the beginning of 2018. But since 2018, things have changed. Their real estate investments make up only 2.7%. So they are clearly focusing on equities. I did a video about this not that long ago, showing you how this fund has really grown. And as soon as they changed their percentage to be more focused on equities versus fixed income, the fund did better. But that since has changed. All right. Holdings in equity markets. Take a look at this around the world. They have investments, but it seems like their primary focus seems to be Europe. All right. Now, this is an interesting interactive chart that you can see for yourself. If you go through, you will be able to actually see their investments based on this map. I'm going through here. I'm looking at different companies, different countries. I'll show you some examples of what I found. Looking at this, you can see the US. I clicked on it, right-hand side, you're going to see the value of their equities, fixed income, and real estate investments. I can click on it and actually bring me in to see, number one, the total. And you could see over the years, they've been increasing their positions. And I can also scroll through this list on the left-hand side and see the different companies. Now, there are a few that come to mind, which I believe we all want to know about. So we're going to look for Amazon in this case here. I'll click on Amazon. You could see that they own 4.4 billion of this one company. $4.4 billion worth. Okay, take a look at, for example, maybe we'll say Apple. Looking at this, $8 billion worth of Apple. One company, or in this case, investment fund, managed by the central bank, $8 billion worth. Now you wonder how these stocks are performing so well. Is it because they're selling iPods and they're selling computers? Or is it because there's a hell of a lot of money being printed by all the different central banks? Then you have the investment banks following suit. and billions of dollars every year are getting funneled into these companies. Then you have these companies buying back their own shares, pushing the stocks up further. And the minnows believe that it's because of their 7 shares of Amazon that they own, that's pushing the price up. I assure you it's not making a difference. The central banks are leading the charge. And the central banks will decide when to dry up the liquidity. You can do this for yourself here on their own website. The link will be in the description as always. All you need to do is go here, look at the interactive map. I think it's excellent to see it. If you want to just get the shortcut, I'll give you the website nbim.no. You can go over there and see this. It's pretty interesting to be able to click on the map. I had this up at the beginning, Berkshire, for example. It's funny how these companies invest in each other. I mean, over $3 billion worth. They all help each other out. The investment banks, the central banks, and the major corporations all sit together in a room and decide who will win and who will lose. Well, that's it for this portion. I'm going to very quickly go through a bunch of things. I want to switch gears, get into a different part of the video here. Now, in the US, how would you invest $10,000? So they polled a bunch of people here, and a lot of them, 27%, said they would pay down debt. And I think that the debt problem is very, very serious now at this time. You can see all these different money marts and cash advance and everything that's being set up all across the United States, Canada, and I'm sure it's going on in the UK, Australia, and everywhere else as well. Other people want to invest in real estate. Maybe that's buying their own home. Maybe that is buying investment opportunities, trying to flip, doing all that business again. And then so on. It goes through here if you're interested. You can see that for yourself. Moving on, the world's hottest property markets, 12-month percentage change in property prices by city. This is going from quarter 4 2016, quarter 4 2017. Berlin at the top of the list. I'm very surprised that Toronto wasn't on here, although I'm pretty sure they should have been. But anyway, take a look at Vancouver making it to number 4 in the spot here. Looking at all of these different cities that have gone into rates that are astronomical. Nobody can afford it, but hey, no worries. Debt never hurt anybody. Well, unless we ignore history. America's IT strongholds, largest computing workforces, and the highest number of unfulfilled jobs by state in 2018. Seeing California here in this case, you could see obviously IT being a huge part of that. Unfulfilled jobs, there are quite a bit, of course. Texas in the number 2 spot, New York, and so on. By the way, these charts are from Statista, which is a very, very good website I think everyone should check on regularly. The countries with the highest density of robot workers, South Korea, number 1, Singapore, Germany, Japan, and so on. I'm surprised Japan isn't higher up in that list, actually. But this is going from 2016 numbers, so who knows? I do believe that there are many applications that robots can help people with. Hospitals are starting to utilize robots to be able to mitigate some of the, let's say, the stresses that are being encountered by the workers there when it's something as simple as getting a glass of water for people or delivering their food. That could be done by a robot instead of having the nurses attend to people's, serious needs that they may need at any given time. Different things that they need to do. Delivering food isn't necessarily something that they, it's a priority for them. So we see that happening in hospitals today. Hopefully that is the one direction that they go instead of trying to necessarily replace humans. That wouldn't be a good thing, of course. And then I want to just flip the switch again and look at what has happened here in the stock market with the Dow Jones today at the time I'm recording this. the market had taken a dive here at the beginning of the day, the first half of the day. We're looking at it coming down below that 24,000 mark here, all because of earnings. Supposedly they're not doing so well, and as a result, the market is showing that weakness. Just wanted to bring that to you. I'm going to post this video right away, so I'm going to end it there. If you found this video informative, please give me a thumbs up. I always like to bring videos that show all around the world. I don't want to just focus on the US. I don't want to focus on one particular country. If I have information about a different country, I like to bring it out there. You don't see that on other channels. I don't see that anyway. I always see US information, and I do cover the US most often. That is where most of my subscribers are. But I understand that people are watching this all over the world, and despite what, anyway, I won't go there. We need to remember that investments are all over the world. Information is from all over the world, and we need to focus on as much as we can. Don't be narrow-minded, and we need to be open-minded. That's what we need at this time. And I know that my subscribers on this channel are that way because they want to be informed. That's excellent. Okay, that's all for this video. If you found it informative, please give me a thumbs up. And last but not least, if you found this video informative, I know that you will find my books, The Money GPS, and my newer release, Global Economic Collapse, even more informative. You can actually flip through these books at Amazon. There are links in the description of this video. Take care.